Hi everybody, it's Susan from Sunrise Quilt Studio, and today is block number 1 in the Fabric Stash Buster series for 2002, and this is the block that we are doing today, and this is called Autumn Tints. So I hope you get your fabrics together, your rotary cutter and your scissors and your sewing machine, and I hope you join me. Now this is going to be a pretty easy block. It's a 4-patch, and I'm going to be making this 8.5 inches, and we're going to use a 4-patch here and a single patch in these two sections, and I think it'll go together pretty quick. And I'm going to I've decided that with my stash I'm just going to use whatever colors appeal to me at the moment. I'm not going to worry too much about having everything look cohesive at the beginning. I'm just going to kind of let things go and let them flow the way they want to. And on this block I am following the title of the block, which is Autumn Tints, so I'm using autumn colors. So I hope you'll join me, and I'm going to adjust the camera and show you what you need to complete this block. Now I've made myself a portable pressing surface, and this is just a piece of chipboard with 2 layers of 80/20 batting and 1 layer of muslin over the top, and I've just pulled it over the edges and stapled it down with an industrial strength staple gun. But what you're going to need to make this block is 2 4.5-inch squares of a dark color. You're going to need 2 2.5-inch squares of a light, and I've chosen white for this one. You'll need 4 2.5-inch squares of a medium light color, so I've chosen this golden yellow. And then you'll need 2 pieces of medium that are 2.5 inches square, and I've chosen orange for that. So I've got all my 4 colors. So the first thing we're going to do for this block is to make the 4 patches here. So just following the diagram, we're going to lay out what we need. So we're going to lay out a white square and a gold one right next to it. And this is a batik, so either side will work. Just choose whatever side you like if you're using batiks. They look the same to me. And then we're going to use another of the gold over here, which is our medium lights, and then we'll use the medium right here. And for the other corner block, it's going to be the same, just kind of in reverse. So we're going to do the medium light, or do the medium light, another medium light, and a white. So if we flip this one over, it would be it's just the opposite of this one. So just lay out your pieces according to your layout on the diagram, and then you'll be all set to go. So the first thing I'm going to do is to sew these together. So I'm going to take these 2 pieces and lay them right sides together and sew them with a 1/4-inch seam. So the first thing I need to do is to change my presser foot, and so I'm going to take off my all-purpose foot and put on the 1/4-inch piecing foot. And I'm using white thread. You can use whatever you like. I know a lot of people like to use like a light gray or a medium gray for piecing. So just whatever color you like. And find my presser foot. Here we go, my foot pedal. Now I'm going to take the next 2 pieces in the block, which would be the medium and the medium light, and sew them together. And then I'm just going to go ahead and chain piece, and I'm going to just put the 2 pieces together for the next block, the next 4 patch, and then the last one. And then all I need to do is to cut these apart. and then I'm going to press these. And to do that, okay, I want to press these so that the seams are nesting. So I'm going to go ahead and open them up and lay them out according to the finished block in the diagram right here. And I'm going to press towards I'm going to press the white towards the gold. So we're going to do, and then, so we're going to do that, and that way the gold isn't showing through the white. Now this one, normally I would press the gold towards the orange so that there's no orange showing through, but these colors are similar enough, I don't think that's going to be a problem. So because I want these seams to nest when I put this 4-patch together, so I'm going to sew the seam towards the gold on that one. So on this set of blocks, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to press towards the gold piece in both of these. So we'll press, and you can set your seams first if you like. Okay, so now these pieces are going to go like this. And by nesting, what I mean is that the ridge that is formed by the seam allowance is going to just kind of interlock with the seam of the other patch. So we have this kind of a look. So here the seam allowance is going to my right, and on the bottom is going to the left. And so those two ridges will just nest together. So now I'm going to go ahead and sew these together. I'm using a 1/4 inch seam allowance again. And then I'll do the same for this set. And cut them apart and cut off my loose threads, and then we're going to press. So I want to press away from the white square, so I'm going to go ahead and set that seam and then just roll it back and do the same here. So put the dark side up in the white, the side with the white down. There we go. And now I'm going to go back and reset my layout. So let me pull this down so you can see. So the orange is going to go towards the middle, like that. So now I need to sew this section to this one and this one to that one. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Now it doesn't matter which piece you put at the bottom, just whatever you want to do. And I'm just going to go ahead and keep this piece on top because this one has a seam and it's already facing down, so I'm not worrying about it flipping up that way. So I'm going to do it like this. And then for this piece, I'll do the same. Just line up my raw edges. And now it's time to press again. Okay, in order to press these so that these seams are nesting, I'm going to go ahead and open them up. And now I want to press towards the dark again. So let's lay them down so that the dark is up. Set the seam and then roll that back. And you can use steam if you want. And then I need to sew these two sections together and the block is done. So I'm just going to flip them over on top of each other and make sure my intersections, my seams right here are matching. And I'm going to take this to the machine and sew that. Now on this one, I'm watching my seam allowances to make sure they are not flipping over on me. And my next seam allowance is already facing towards me, so that should be easy enough to go through without any problem. Okay, there we go, and now it's time to press one more time. And now to press this one, you can press this middle seam open if you want, or press it to one side. And I'm just going to press it towards one side. And I think I'll just go this direction. It really doesn't matter which direction you use. And if you'd like to use some steam, it'll kind of help set those seams for you. Make your block nice and flat. So here is the first block in our series. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you'll stick with me through this series, and I hope to see you next time.